Good morning, everybody. Look at me, bold Mikey. I think 2 days post-transplant surgery. So I think I got it done. Yeah, I got it done 2 days ago. So on the 10th. So it's just the morning. And I thought I'll take you through a full day of eating of what I'm eating after my hair transplant surgery. Because obviously I can't train at the moment for 2 weeks. And then the third week is like light, moderate exercise. And then I can go back to normal. But just a quick little update on the hair transplant. If you're squeamish, I'm sorry. Really happy with everything. Swelling's starting to go down, and I'm supposed to wear like a button-up shirt and a zip-up hoodie. However, I put this on, and I don't want to even explain how I put it on. I stretched it out like crazy, was super careful because I do not want to damage these. And my mum just washed my hair for the first time, so there'll be a video before this actually going through my surgery and like the day after as well. But I'm about to make some breakfast for myself and my mum. The way that I'm kind of treating my macros at the moment is I'm eating a little bit less. One, because my appetite is actually kind of calmed down, and in all honesty, I didn't stick to the plan the best during the surgery, plus kind of a couple days before, just because a little stressed out, a couple things going on in my life, which is no excuse, but now it's time to kind of hop back on the horse, and my appetite's in a really good spot, and activity levels are going to be quite low, so essentially I'm going to use this time to kind of reset and hold where I'm at. I think that's a plan of action, so I'm kind of just judging how my weight changes and stuff. So I've got no idea what calories are going to be today, but a bit lower than normal. But I'm going to make some cool, fun meals that I want to try out, and I'll take you through them. First meal is inspired by Ed Rimmel. So if you don't know him, follow him on Instagram. He's also got YouTube. It is like a cream of rice cake with a slight spin to what I'm going to do to it. And I'm actually going to do some ice cream, cream of rice ice cream, and I'm making it for my mum as well. So I'll get all the ingredients ready, and I'll take you through what I'm going to do, and I'll have all the macros and stuff coming up as well. Okay, so we've got the first ingredients coming out, which is cream of rice. I'm going for caramel biscuit flavor, as well as some Perform protein, cereal milk flavor. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm roughly doing 60 grams of cream of rice and then a total of 50 grams of whey protein. So that's going to be in the form of 25 grams for my Ninja Creami and 25 grams mixed in and on whey drip on top. And then I'll start making this, show you what it looks like. All I'm going to do is 60 grams of cream of rice and then add roughly 150 milliliters of water with a bit of protein powder. I'll take you through that. Give me a second. So I've prepared everything, and what I've done is I've mixed up 60 grams of cream rice. This is all like Ed's rough recipe, but I've changed things a little bit. 60 grams cream of rice with 10 grams of protein powder. I can't do too much more because I want to still have some for whey drip. And then also 2 grams of bicarbonate soda. I should have used baking powder, but I don't have any. And then I also did 1 gram of pink salt. And then I've also got 1 square of salted caramel dark chocolate from Lidl. Really, really nice. It's nice that I can actually have that one now. But essentially, it creates like a gloopy sort of batter consistency. And I've got my Pyrex bowl, and I lined it with a bit of fry light. And then quite simply, I'm just going to pour this all in there. And then going to add the dark chocolate inside of the Pyrex bowl. Inside of the cream of rice mixture, I should say. It's so good. And then put it in the air fryer. I'm going to do 160 degrees for anywhere between 12 and 15 minutes. It all depends because that's a bit of a smaller portion, probably closer to 12 minutes, but I'll let you know. Create my mum's and then show you when it's done. There we have it. So the meal is complete. Voila, here is my one with the ice cream scoops on top. I'm yet to add the whey drip. 150 grams of blueberries, 100 grams of cherries, and all the mixture I mentioned below. And then my mum's one has got no fruit, but essentially it's a smaller version of it. Voila, we split the Ninja Creami in half. And what I will do, let me just grab my phone. Really easy to make, by the way. Perform flavor that I used for the whey drip and also the Ninja Creami is my all-time favorite, probably my all-time favorite, baklava. Absolutely sensational. But the macros on this one, which I'll pop up on the screen here, is if the app actually loads. So we got 595 calories, 44 protein, 84 carb, 9 fat, and that's 50 grams of protein powder in total, 60 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of cherries, 150 grams of blueberries, and 1 square of the dark chocolate. So now I'm going to eat this, get the whey drip poured on top, and I'll show you when it's done, give you a little taste test, because I got to give it to my mum before it melts. Right, time to give you a little taste test. So here's the finished product with all the whey drip on top. The dark chocolate in the middle is going to hit so bloody hard, but I'm going to enjoy what I can before I get down into those deep flavors. So what I'll do is I'll try to get a bit of a cake. There we are. We've got a little bit underneath. Have a look at that. That looks good. There we go. Woo. Cheers. Oh, good. Cold. Get a bit more of the cake in. There we are. You can see that a bit better. Nice and cakey. And the pool of dark chocolates in the middle. Unreal. Thank you, Ed, for the recipe. So I'm going to eat this now. Do quite a bit of coaching work. Got 2 consultation calls. Got one in 25 minutes and one at 1 p.m. Yeah, that's going to wrap up meal number 1. Exciting stuff. See you soon. Welcome back to meal number 2. So just had a very successful consultation call with Aiden, my man. Welcome to the team. He's all signed up, ready to join. Absolutely fantastic. We ended up chatting about games for around 20 minutes near the end of it as well, speaking about our top 3 favorite games of all time. So if you guys have your top 3 favorite games of all time, put them in the comments below. We spoke about H1Z1 King of the Kill. If you know, you know. As well as that, he mentioned Siege, but I was more of like a CSGO type of guy, Fortnite, Destiny, and the OG Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 2 specifically. Oh, absolutely elite. But let's get straight onto the most important part of this meal. So we've got 2 slices of Jason's sourdough bread, which I'm actually going to make into French toast, which I'll show you how I do that. And then we've got 165 grams of egg whites with dill inside, because I'm on a dill kick at the moment. I don't know why. A lid for the egg whites. And then also like a small can of baked beans. So that's 200 grams. And then 200 grams of broccoli and carrots all in there as well. And that's pretty much going to be that meal. But then also I wanted to take you through, because I didn't show you, what supplements I took in the morning. So I took All by Perform, code Mikey for 25% off. Use the link in the bio, in the description, I should say. But yeah, vitamin D3 plus K2. I took ashwagandha in the morning as well, just for stress and cortisol management, which normally I take post-workout, but I'm not training for 2-3 weeks at the moment, so that doesn't matter. And a multivitamin, advanced omega-3s, and zinc and trimagnesium. So those are the supplements I'm taking at the moment, as well as finasteride, 1 milligram for my hair. And I will be back on minoxidil, 2.5 milligrams oral form. So a tablet, which I'll take probably a week after, 2 weeks after the actual hair transplant's been completed. And I had my morning poopy drink, which is 5 grams of creatine, 5 grams of L-glutamine, 25 ml of aloe vera, and 25 ml of lemon juice. And that's all I've taken this morning. And also, actually, I got a new flavor of electrolytes from Perform, pineapple rings, which is absolutely fantastic. I've also heard great things of gummy worm and the lemon sherbet flavor, I believe it is. But this one tastes really nice. So I had that this morning with my poopy drink in a 1.5 litre bottle. This is my second 1.5 litre bottle. Yummy. I'm probably going to have a coffee after this as well, because I've got another call coming up in 50 minutes. So I've got to eat this beforehand. But all I'm going to do, first off, move these out the way, and then I'll get back to you. Going back to where we were. So going to get my Jason sourdough bread, which is actually frozen in the freezer, and I defrosted it. Dip it in the egg whites, make sure you get both sides nice and soaked, and then I'm going to chuck it onto the pan and put a lid on top of it so that it essentially cooks the inside as well as it does the outside. I've got it on heat 3, but I'm probably going to up it a little bit. I'm going to make sure it's generously soaked. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with everything else. Actually, I haven't really thought it through. So let's move this over here so it doesn't drip everywhere. Don't want to make a mess in the kitchen so my mum kills me. There we are, get the excess drip off, and boom, on it goes. Nice and sizzly. I don't know if you can hear that. Make sure to wipe your hands down. Super sanitary, aren't I? And then the lid goes on top. What I'm going to do as well is season both sides with a bit of this. I'm actually loving this seasoning right now, other than salt. So I'll create all of this, show you when it's done, and take you through the macros for the entire meal. Right, so it is almost created. I've mixed up all the veg and all the baked beans in here, so that doesn't look too appetizing. Almost as appetizing as my head, eh? Tastes good though, a little bit of salt in there. And then also, top little tip is, if you like mayonnaise but you don't like the calories, get this one here from Lidl, lighter than light mayo, absolutely fantastic. Per 15 grams, only 12 calories. So a really good alternative. And I actually really like the taste of it. As well as that, when you're cooking, clean at the same time. Saves you so much time. And also your mum won't be angry with you if you live with your mum. But here we've got the French toast. So I had a little leftover egg white, so that's why it's out there. So it looks really, really nice and crispy. Now the last one is finishing, so I'm going to stack it on top of it. There we are. Just flipped it. And now what we're going to do is get that up there. We're going to go, voila. Oh, that one's a little bit burnt, but that is fine. I think the seasoning burnt a little bit. I can smell it because I turned up the heat. There we are. And then as simple as pouring all of this on top of it. Do you know what? It's like whey drip, but savoury version. There's no way I can turn everything into whey drip. But that is going to complete this meal. Lovely. Boom, boom, boom. And it's going to taste absolutely fantastic. Full of fibre, high in protein, and definitely does the job in terms of foods that I actually crave. So let me tell you the macros on this meal here. 536 calories, 45 protein, 80 carb, 2 fat. So we've got the 1 can of Sainsbury's baked beans, the egg whites, 2 slices of Jason sourdough bread, and 200 grams of veg. I haven't tracked the mayonnaise because it was such a small amount. I actually mixed it in the baked beans. So that is that meal. Let me give you a quick taste test. Let's give you the taste test. So we're going to get a little slice of everything. I know it's going to taste bloody good. I can tell you that right now. Because I love savoury French toast. It's really, really nice. And Jason sourdough bread. This is my first time having it since after prep. Cheers, guys, actually. Let me... There you are. There you are. Boom. Banging. I'm telling you, dill is an elite seasoning. So eat this. Consultation call is in 30 minutes. I'm going to carry on spraying that saline spray on my forehead. I do that every hour just to reduce the chance of scabbing and keep my scalp nice and fresh, or my hairline, whatever you want to call it. Don't really have a hairline at the moment. Catch you in meal number 3. Okay, it is time for meal number 3. And I've just realised, apologies, every time I'm speaking, like I'm facing backwards and you're seeing where all the grass are pulled out of, which probably doesn't look too good. So apologies if you're eating food whilst I'm making this. But I'm just so used to doing the videos these ways. So 2 consultations done, both have joined the team. So second person I can welcome to the team now, John. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyed our call together. We've got some big goals scheduled. I don't like to necessarily go over client specific goals because they're a bit personal, right? But this meal here is 50 grams of protein in a Ninja Creami. Literally all I've done, 50 grams of baklava Perform protein in the night, in the freezer for a minimum of 12 hours with 500 milliliters of water. That's it. Like 1 gram of salt, a bit of stevia. That's literally it. And what I'm going to do as well is put in 25 grams of 85% dark chocolate. And I've cut that up into like 3 little sticks so it mixes easier in the actual Ninja Creami itself. But what I do is I like to kind of get rid of all the powder on top. Either like I'll just eat it or whatever the case is, because it tastes fantastic. So I'll literally sit there with the powder and go, oh my God, that's cold. But I'll do that, put them in. First thing I do is full and light ice cream. Then I'll put the dark chocolate in, and then I'll click full and respin, and that's literally it. So I'll show you when it's done, and that is meal number 3 complete. It is currently 3 p.m. so I ate at around 9, 12, then 3, probably around 5 or 6, and then 8, 9 before bed. So yeah, that's that. Here's the back of my head, jump scare again. So it is just finished. Let's have a little look how it's looking. I don't even know. It's gonna be nice. Oh, look at that. That is like some sort of cookie crumble deliciousness. Oh yeah, that is elite. Really, really good stuff. Now I will give it a little taste test for you guys. Let's get, oh, it's nice and thick as well. That is absolutely spot on. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, thought there was a delivery outside for me. Ah, my teeth are sensitive. Cool. That is that meal complete. Calories and macros. Before I forget, actually, let me pop it up on my screen here. Obviously, you'll see a screenshot somewhere. Literally 50 grams of protein, 25 grams of dark chocolate, 338 calories, 39 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fats. Reason that I'm having higher fats in this one, because the previous meals didn't have so many fats, and fat is actually a good way to slow down digestion, keep you fuller, keep satiety higher, as well as protein. Protein is the slowest digesting micronutrient of them all, and fats paired with that are really good. Now, obviously, fats paired with carbohydrates are also very good. Not before the gym, because you want a quick release of carbohydrates before the gym, but also not too quick where you burn throughout the whole, like 10 minutes of workout. So you want a good mix of fats. Where you really don't want fats in your diet is after the gym, because you want to replenish your glycogen stores as soon as possible. But you can utilize fats with carbohydrates. So for example, if you know you're not going to be eating for a good amount of time, like I probably won't eat till around 6 o'clock and it's a relatively small meal, but let's say I had some carbs in this, the fats from the dark chocolate are going to slow down the digestion. Pair that with a bit of high fibrous food. So for example, potatoes or vegetables, whatever the case is, then you're going to stay a lot fuller for longer. So these are all tips that I implement with every single one of my clients, and they work an absolute treat. So yeah, the fats are just going to help keep me satiated as well. Next meal, and you'll notice a meal before my bed is a good mixture of carbs and fats, so that I stay fuller and it's more slowly digesting throughout the night, because obviously that's the longest time I go without eating, and I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night starving, especially in this post-show like reversal recovery diet phase, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, pretty much it. Can't let the lid go to waste as well. Catch you for meal number 4. Quick little break whilst I'm cooking the 4th meal of the day. Just got to show you the cutest thing ever. Oh my God, I look horrendous. Welcome to the family, Murphy. It's our 4th cat. My mum absolutely loves her cat, so it's like he's almost blind. Boom, 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 boom. It's because he sees the oh, there's Willow. I am in the midst of cooking my meal number 4, which I'll take you through in just a moment. One thing I wanted to show you is my Ninja Creamies. So what I've actually done here is, it looks a lot more elaborate than it actually is, but each of these have 50 grams of protein in. I've done 1 gram of salt and a little bit of sweetener, so stevia, in each of them. But this one has 600 ml of water, this one has 500, and this one's just a little bit less, just because if I'm going to eat a Ninja Creamy by itself and I'm really, really hungry, I've got this 600 ml one just sitting in the freezer to curb my appetite if I needed to, if I want to have it as one of my meals. Then we've got a standard like sort of 500 ml one, just like as a normal meal if I'm feeling okay. And this one here, I can actually add on top of my first meals like I've done before, or have as like a side dish, whatever the case is, because I don't want to absolutely bloat the living hell out of my stomach. Still trying to sort myself out after the last couple of days. but just wanted to take you through that. I literally put all the ingredients in there, put the Ninja Creami lid on top, and then shake it and then pop it in the freezer. So right now it is just about to hit 6 o'clock, and that will be in the freezer up until tomorrow. So that's like way over 12 hours, whatever the case is. And then they'll be ready for me to use whenever I want. I usually just make them at the end of the day, but wanted to take you through because I know a lot of you do wonder. Charles Xavier. Okay, we are back after that short intermission break. Is that what you call it? I don't know. And also, I wonder if these videos feel the same now that you guys know I'm not training. I don't look the same. I've got the hair transplant. I wonder if psychologically that makes a bit of a difference to these videos. I'm not looking as lean. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Hopefully you guys do still enjoy these videos because I still love making them, that's for sure. But what we've got is 250 grams of white potato, all cooked up and mashed up, and then we're going to add half a can of this Italian finely chopped tomatoes from Tesco. So 200 grams of this, half the can, is only 50 bloody calories, which is amazing. And then we've got 250 grams of veg total here in the mixture of carrots and broccoli, because I'm really enjoying that. And then 100 grams of chicken, which I weighed raw weight and then obviously cooked in the air fryer. Nothing seasoned yet because I don't want to overdo the seasoning and the sodium, so I'll kind of all do it at the end. And then also 15 grams of cheese. Reason that the chicken's so low as well is I kind of overshot my protein for today, so I don't want to have to eat like 270 to 300 grams of protein for today. I want to kind of keep it around where it's at. My cat's meowing at me, Murphy's going a bit crazy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix it all together, season it up, and then I'll show you when I'm done. Right, okay, so the meal is done and it is hideous. I've got absolutely no excuses. Let me turn off my extractor fan. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of slop. However, it does taste amazing. And it's all about making food that you enjoy. If it's not presentable, it's okay, right? So let's give you a little taste test. I have put some no sugar added ketchup as well as lighter than light mayo on top because I'm loving those sauces at the moment. Does the job. And I can't actually add my favorite sauce, which is sriracha at the moment. I absolutely love sriracha and I can't add it because I think it's going to inflame me a little bit, and it's been a bit weird with my stomach as well, so just staying away from it where I can. So that is that meal. Let me take you through the macros of this meal. Pretty simple: 250 potato, 100 chicken, 200 grams of that tomato sauce, 250 grams of veg, and 15 grams of cheese. That's 490 calories, 45 protein, 62 carb, and 7 fat. So that's going to conclude that. It's really hot down here, so I'm boiling. I'm going to go upstairs with my nice AC unit and eat this, and then catch you for meal number 5, which will probably be around 2-3 hours. Adios, amigos. Oh, look at that. Come on now, this lighting is looking rather anabolic. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. It's time for the 5th and final meal. I just feel like I've come up and down here in this exact same spot, things looking quite repetitive. However, I'm kind of isolated at home at the moment. Like, I can't go outside in the sun. I can't go to the gym. The only thing I'm doing is creating content and working with my clients. So they are smashing it, I must say, by the way. That's one thing that I haven't touched on too much, and one thing that I want to start doing a lot more is creating educational content. So as well as these videos where I'm putting out like full days of eating, like day in the lives, all these different things, I want to have a video one time per week where it's more of like an educational one, going over different topics, different ways to support you and give advice. So that's definitely going to be something that I incorporate, and little philosophies that I have that when I work with my clients that help them get to specific spots. But anyway, that will come once it actually comes. Sounds a bit sus, but going on to this meal here. So we've got, once again, same amount of chicken, so 100 grams of raw weight chicken, and this time with some tomatoes and then the broccoli plus carrots. That's 250 grams total. But then to fill me up a bit more with this meal as well, we've got 130 grams of shredded lettuce, just for that volume side of things. But lettuce is actually quite an easy sort of volume to handle because it's mostly water. And then also a pack of microwave basmati rice. The reason I'm using a pack is because I didn't cook any today. That's the only reason. And then also, I believe it's 15 grams of peanut butter. Yes, 15 grams of cheese. and then the other half can of this, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna whip this all together. I'll show you when it's done. I'll take you through the macros for the day. Today has been slightly lower calories because, as I've said, I'm kind of making up for the few days I've had off track. Multitude of reasons why that happened, but when it does, the main thing is to you go back on track, you do what you need to. And the reason I'm actually going slightly lower calories is just because I'm not training. I don't need as much fuel in my body at the moment, and I kind of want to hold my weight until I can start training again. That's the reason. I was maintaining around sort of that 3.5k calories, but now my expenditure is ever so slightly down. Like, I'm not doing things like cardio or anything, and I'm not training. So I kind of want to make sure I'm holding my weight up until I start training again. So let's chef this up. I'll catch you in just a moment. Okay. It is time to wrap it up. I think my microphone's still on. Cool, that's fine. Just making sure it's working. Time to wrap it up. It's boiling downstairs. I'm pretty tired. Final meal was created and it looks absolutely sensational. Take a look at that. Nice big bowl, which is going to fill me up, help me stay full during the night, and then help me fall asleep, because I feel much better on a more full stomach right before bed, and it helps me sleep, especially still being in this post-show phase where my satiety cues, my ghrelin and my leptin are still all over the place. So that is everything added in the sauce of peanut butter. I did actually end up adding a tinsy little bit of sriracha. We're talking 3 grams total. But before I try it, I'll take you through the macros for this final meal and then the total for the day. So this is 100 grams of chicken, 250 grams of microwave rice, 15 grams of peanut butter, 250 grams of the veg, 130 grams of shredded lettuce, 200 grams of the tomato sort of sauce thing, and then 15 grams of cheddar cheese on top. And that's 765 calories, 54 protein, 103 carb, 15 fat. So let's give you a little taste test before I go devour this to some Squid Games. There you are, look at that. Cheers, everybody. Hits the spot. Lovely. Total macros for the day: 2,723 calories, 227 protein, 337 carb, 47.5 fat. Now this will probably vary every single day, just depending on my weight. I'm kind of judging things on my own at the moment, just to make sure that I'm feeling the best I can, while still feeling like mentally good as well, because this is such a weird adjustment period for myself. So yeah, time to eat this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you got this far, comment HT for hair transplant. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my Batman logo. Finally get to take this off tomorrow, so I'll look a little more normal next video. But yeah, take it easy. Lots of love. Thank you for all the support, everybody. And if you're interested in coaching, click the link in my bio to inquire for free. That will take you directly to my WhatsApp. We can either book a consultation call. I can send you some information over the WhatsApp if you don't want a call. It's absolutely fine. And then we can get something going to working towards your goals. And I'll show you exactly how I'll do that, right? So yeah, end it on that note. Catch you all. Have a good night. To all the people on prep, doing cardio, doing steps, whatever the case is, keep going.